More research news this week. When water is in its liquid form and is confined within carbon nanotubes, it takes on some amazing new properties. Researchers at MIT have discovered that water trapped inside carbon nanotubes can actually freeze at high temperatures that would normally bring it to a rolling boil. Previous research has long shown that the boiling and freezing points of water changes when it's confined to small spaces, but those temperature variations usually hover around 10 degrees or so. The introduction of carbon nanotubes has changed the game significantly. Carbon nanotubes have a diameter measuring in nanometers, which are equal to about 1/billionth of a meter, or about 10,000 times smaller than a human hair. The carbon nanotubes used during the MIT experiments were just slightly larger in diameter than the width of a few water molecules. Because water confined within the carbon nanotubes can take on a solid frozen state at a much higher temperature than in other vessels, well, the discovery could lead to inventions such as ice-filled wires, which could exist at room temperature. In order to better understand how water molecules behave when trapped in such small spaces, the research team used carbon nanotubes of different sizes, noting that even a tiny fraction of difference in size translated into different phase change temperature points. Nanotubes ranging from 1.05 nanometers to 1.06 resulted in a difference of tens of degrees around the apparent freezing point, something that surprised the research team. Michael Strano, the carbon P. Dubs professor in chemical engineering at MIT, is one of 5 contributing authors on the research. If you confine a fluid to a nanocavity, you can actually distort its phase behavior, he said. The effect is much greater than anyone had anticipated. The research was recently published in the journal Nature Nanotechnology. In this week's Google news, Google recently updated their Earth time-lapse, which I've actually never had a chance to check out before. It reveals the devastating impact human beings had on Earth between 1984 and 2016. From retreating glaciers to sprawling cities, Google Earth time-lapse allows a casual observer to see how much humanity has changed the planet over simply the last 32 years. While Google time-lapse has been around since 2013, the tech giant just updated the feature with new data from more years, as well as new images from NASA. The project allows anyone with an internet connection to watch the diminishing Columbia Glacier in Alaska and green plants springing up as snow and ice retreat. They can check out the Palm Islands and Dubai flourishing, or zoom in on Miami, Brisbane, Copenhagen, or any other location on Earth. Google says their updated time-lapse offers a sharper picture of cities and geological features all across the globe. For better or worse, humans are transforming Earth, and Google time-lapse allows people to see the effects of our species on this planet. In a blog post on the updated time-lapse, Google Earth Engine program manager Chris Herwig said, "There's much more to see, including glacial movement in Antarctica, urban growth, forest gain and loss, and infrastructure development." Electric avenues that can transmit the sun's energy into power grids may be coming to a city near you. A company has designed rugged solar panels capable of withstanding the weight of an 18-wheeler that they're now building into road surfaces. After nearly 5 years of research and laboratory tests, they're constructing 100 outdoor test sites and plan to commercialize the technology by early 2018. As solar costs plummet, panels are being increasingly integrated into everyday materials. Last month, Tesla Motors surprised investors by unveiling roof shingles that double as solar panels. Other companies are integrating photovoltaics into building facades and even street lights. To resist the weight of traffic, layers of several types of plastics create a clear and durable casing. The solar panels underneath are essentially ordinary solar panels off of the top of somebody's house. The electrical wiring is embedded in the road, and the contraption is topped by an anti-slip surface made from crushed glass. For now, the cost of the materials makes only demonstration projects sensible. A square meter of this solar road currently costs about $2,000. That includes monitoring, data collection, and installation. The electricity generated by this stretch of solar road will feed directly into the grid, though. Another test site is being used to charge electric vehicles. A third will power a small hydrogen production plant. The next two sites will be in Calgary in Canada and in the U.S. state of Georgia. There are also plans to build them in Africa, Japan, and throughout the European Union. And finally, in this week's What The, two men use a stolen dump truck to rip off an ATM out of a supermarket in Pennsylvania, and apparently got away with it. The men pulled up to a Bill's ShopRite store wearing ski masks and gloves and attached a chain to the ATM at about 1:50 in the morning on Tuesday. That's according to the Times-Tribune. The men then used the chain to drag the ATM out of the store, smashing a glass door in the process. State police reported a piece of the ATM found on a nearby road after the initial robbery. But that's about it. The dump truck, which fit the description of a vehicle stolen from Thornhurst County Club Estates, still has not been found. You've been watching Your Weekly Tech Update. If you have a story you think I should feature on the program, please shoot me an email, djraymcneal@gmail.com. Till next time, I'm Ray McNeal. Good night, world. Your Weekly Tech Update brought to you by Holiday Home Care, Phillip Island, Victoria, Australia. It's your turn to relax. Before you get on holiday on the island, contact Holiday Home Care. We can set up your residence or holiday rental, do the shopping for you, provide linen and towels, and make sure it's all ready by the time you get here, giving you more time to enjoy what Phillip Island has to offer. For more information, visit holidayhomecarepi.com or email holidayhomecarepi@gmail.com.